Chapter 20, Episode 5, Final. Fire, glass, and several kinds of action group that used to be candy surrounded where the three of us hit ourselves. Electric arc continued to dance away around the hall, either destroying whatever it was they came into contact with or terrifying other bystanders that had managed to get away. The three of us ducked down every time one of those things fired anywhere near us. You can't really blame any of us. Not many people can have someone shoot at them without flinching. So what now? Sorry, X, after yet another explosion went off. I don't know, Ipuki answered. We've got to find a way to get out of here. Like what? The only X is being bombarded with whatever they're shooting. We all looked around. The two of them need to get as far away from there as possible. I need to get us to a spot where I could do what I needed to do. There had to be another way out. Didn't there? Didn't there? Sarah pointed to a spot on the ceiling. What about that? Ipuki scrunched her eyebrows in a mix of both confusion and disbelief. A fin shaft? Really? You know, despite public belief, those legs can't hold nearly as much weight as you think they can. Maybe, I chimed in. But you two are ninja. You should be able to get through it easily. But what about you? Ipuki asked. Another fire started up right next to us, forcing our group to slide away from the danger. You don't have the kind of training we do. You want to make it 3 feet before falling through. She had a point. This was the kind of situation where you'd want to make sure all of your friends get away from trouble as quickly and as safely as possible. There wasn't any way Ipuki would leave me behind just to get herself out. Speaking of my ninja friend, she decided that particular moment would be a good time to take a deep sigh. If only that guy from the news would show up and risk us away to safety. I turned my head to try and hide my now twitching eyebrow. Guy from the news? Yeah, Ipuki said, more shivered than she really need to. You know, that guy in all black the police think is a girl? The one who's been finding all those guys and protecting all the hot ladies in the area. I pushed back my body started to need a gag. I wonder how many numbers the guy's gotten. Maybe I could give him money if I see him. So I smacked a book in the back of her head for the second time that day. Now is the time to about hitting on a hero. I looked around while they bickered for a moment. Nothing seemed to be anything that could be of any help. There wasn't any way the three of us could get out. Not without breaking something either on the property or on my body. Plus, this guy and whatever those things were that he summoned or activated need to be stopped before they could get out into the general public. Assuming, of course, that a huge mall is considered the general public to begin with. An idea I didn't like popped up into my head. There was no way around it. Things would have to be taken in the direction I didn't want them to go. For me to even consider what I was considering meant that only 2 things were possible. A, we'd exhausted all of our options and had no choice. Or B, I didn't quite think things through as well as I could have. At the moment, it seemed like option A. It was probably closer to option B. Look, I said on my watch. I faked interest in it. It's about 4. Boo's eyes bugged out. You're kidding me. Bingo. Nope. Hopefully we won't be stuck in here for too long. I'm not interested in becoming a hostage or anything. Oh, heck no! Boo cried before finally running around the shop, second things on top of each other underneath the vent duct. I am not sitting here another second. There is no way I'm going to miss my show. Dear sweet Ipuki. A modern-day ninja with her priorities lined up perfectly. Eventually, the pile of fighters grew as large as she could possibly make it. She then shot as both looked was filled with the fire determination. Come on, Sarai, she shouted as she climbed the pile. Let's get out of here. Sarai walked over to the pile. But what about Iris? I readjusted myself on the ground and forced a smile. I'll be fine. I can handle myself, you know. Just go. Are you sure? Sarai asked. I wordlessly nodded, pounding the tooth to figure out how to get from the pile to the vent. 2 minutes and 1 human ladder later, the last bit of Sarai being pulled up into the shed disappeared from my view. I waited for a few moments, waiting to see the 2 of them were still there. A few little thumps along the ceiling told me that they were on the way out. Good. Now I didn't have to worry about showing Ipuki or Sarai what I was about to do. If she saw me, she'd never let me hear the end of it. She also said comics with transforming heroes or heroines were always her favorites. The last thing I needed was for her to harass me about being a maverick hunter. Speaking of which, I decided that this time I'd forego the mouth and just go and prepared. I didn't want to underestimate these guys like I did with Sorion. A quick scan of the air told me that there wasn't anyone around to watch. I said the magic words and thumped the magic button on the watch. A second and freezingly warm moment passed before my armor shone in the fires and lights of the shop. Gotta say, black and purple look good against the colors of a flame. Anyway, I ran out into the hallway and looked around some more. It wasn't too hard to figure out which way they went. The group left a pretty clear trail of destruction behind them. Deciding that time was of the essence, I ran down the hall, hoping I could catch up pretty quickly. I hadn't, however, made it too far down before my helmet started beeping at me. I reached up and hit the button in my ear. Hello? Iris! By instinct, I yanked my head away. Only was that I was wearing a helmet and couldn't do anything about how loud the person on the other side of the line was yelling. Mitty, I growled. You've got to learn that destroying someone's airdrop is not an acceptable greeting. Never mind that, Iris. We got a signal that you've suited up, but we're not getting any Maverick activity. What's going on? I frowned as I ran. No Maverick activity? Are you sure you're looking in the right place? Unless you're capable of being in two places at once, I'm pretty sure. Mitty, I just saw a guy call out, or summon, or whatever a bunch of guys, and they started trashing the shopping arcade. You can't tell me you guys aren't getting that. Iris, as far as we can tell, the danger signals we got from the area are spontaneous explosions. In any case, be careful. We don't have information we can give you. Not that there were much help in my first couple of fights. Alright, Iris out. I thumbed the button on my helmet again, and, for a brief second, I pondered why I went militaristic just then. A brief second because sometime between hang up and around the corner, I managed to find Bad Boy and his minions. Ah, I heard him say just before one of his workers fired off another shot and blew up a vendor stand. Nothing like the smell of destruction in the morning. This seems like a good place to move my business to. Hey, I shouted. He spun around. I should probably consider coming up with something a little more intelligent to say than that. Do you have any idea how much this stuff costs? Really? Is that all I could come up with? Not as much as I could make with a show like this, he responded. His face refused to move at all, not giving me a hint as to what he was thinking or feeling. A show? Is this supposed to be some kind of performance? He reached out from under the cape that covered the majority of his body and wagged a clawed finger. Not necessarily. More of a demonstration, if you will. You see, I happen to be something of an entrepreneur. Entrepreneur? This is a business to you? Oh yes, and quite a profitable one. You see, I displayed my cryballs here. He motioned toward the things that had stopped firing and were now staying in place, moving their arms and down rhythmically. And potential black market buyers expressed their interest. After all, these aren't weapons that you'll find here on Earth. So he's all about money, is he? Well, I've got armor that, to the average person, could seem rather sinisterly colored. I decided to try something a little out of character for me. I slinked forward a bit and let a little honey drip in my voice. And what would you say if I were interested in these crapots, were they? So much for foregoing the mouth. He perked up a little bit. I thought I had him. Why, yes. Yes, they are. Impressed, are we? Well, since you're the first customer today, I'll cut you a small deal. Well, a discount sounds great and everything, but there's a little something about these crybots that I'd like to know more about. Of course. What is it you would like to know about? I slowly strode up to one of the crybots and, gently setting a hand on his shoulder, leaned against it in what might have been a confident manner. The man's facial expression never changed, making it hard for me to gauge what sort of reactions he had. If his mindset was what I thought it was, then this guy had no idea what I was about to do. I smirked at the thought that potential put it I had in my hands. Their durability. With that, I took the hand that was on one of the minions, shoved it away, and drew the seatbelt with my other hand. The draw itself was enough to swing the stone in the chest of the crybots and send it spinning to the ground with a trail of sparks. The other crybots nearly snapped their heads towards me and charged, quickly forming a circle around me. Great. Now I just had to hope that this didn't turn out like the day before. Two came at me at the same time. A quick spinning hook kick to the head of one ended up catching both and sending them harmlessly to the ground. Another one came up from behind me and wrapped his arms around mine, squeezing me into a tight bear hug. Two more, making 5 so far, charged at me again. The one that helped me made the mistake of lifting me off the ground a bit. That allowed me to kick out hard against the two that came toward me. Once they were down, I wriggled around a bit until the crabber was forced to set me down. From there, a stump on the foot and a couple elbows to the side made it release me and clutch its side in something similar to pain. Funny, considering the bottom in the name would imply they were a mechanoid, which wouldn't normally feel pain. I spun around and sliced that crybot while I could. The last two leveled their needle arms and fired electric arcs at me. I rode safely out the way. Well, mostly. A stray bolt caught me on the shin, superheating the armor in an instant and burning my leg underneath. When I got back to my feet, I shook my leg a bit and cringed. That was the second time electricity burned me while I was in a fight. Maybe I should stay away from appliances for a while. I readied my swords, waiting for the two to charge me. A second later, they both took a step toward me. I would have run in and taken them down before they had a chance to take another step, but my burning leg kept me from putting too much weight on it, and, by extension, moving. There were empty bolts that came out of nowhere, crushed into the remaining tripods. Put them down with a count. Might have something to do with it as well. Patrick turned toward the direction that the bolts came from. His entire upper torso angled back a bit in surprise, I guess. Well, he said, that's my cue to go. With that, his body somehow shrank and took on the appearance of a bat. The bat flapped its wings in place a few times before flying out of my sight. Wait! I called out after him. I made an attempt at chasing after him, but a combination of searing pain and more bolts sliding around me in a shower of light, the sparks kept me from going anywhere. I did what the bat did a moment before and traced the bolts back to where I came from. My eyes widened slightly at what I saw. 5 people in brightly colored suits and helmets ran toward me. The one in the middle held twin red buster pistols. Looking around a bit more, I saw 2 very familiar figures watching from down the hall. I could feel my eye and my lip twitch slightly. This was clearly becoming a very bad day.